Welcome back, my lovelies. Let's go. Ooh. Glad though I am to have arrived, I would remind you all that we are far from home, with limited resources at our disposal. Duly noted, brother. I shall take care not to enjoy myself. In any event, Doma is our final destination, and our first order of business should be to secure passage. Captain Carvalane. Oh my goodness. I realize you pledged only to take us as far as Kugane, and I have no desire to change the terms of our agreement. I should, however, be interested to know how you would go about reaching Othard, were you in our position. At the risk of stating the obvious, you are in a port. Surely there is a kind and generous soul here who will aid you for the right price. You cannot be the first traveler seeking passage to Doma. The captain makes a good point. 'Tis like that Yugiri and Gozetsu were forced to come here for the self-same reasons we were. They must have found a way to Othard, assuming they're not still in the city. Ere we seek passage, perhaps we should first seek our friends. Leave it to me, Alphanode. Making friendly inquiries is my specialty. Lest you forget, I got plenty of practice in Ishgard. Captain, could you direct us to the nearest tavern? Desperate for a drink, are we? You may find one in the large building just beyond the pier. Whether your journey has come to an end or are about to begin, the Shiokaze hostelry is an ideal place to rest, relax, and reflect. Or so they say. And with that, my dear Scions, I bid you farewell. As soon as we have replenished our supplies, we must away. Ours was ever a fast-moving business. The spice trade, you mean? But of course, surely you did not think I traveled halfway around the world and delivered you to your destination solely out of the kindness of my heart. Perish the thought. Thank you, Captain, and may the Navigator watch over and keep you. Yay! Right then, to the hostelry. After you. Let's go.
By the 12. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Oh, 1,000 pardons, my lady. The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
And you are?
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the East Ul'dah Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugane and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
Yeah, sure.
Lolorito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kugane. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
My, such naked suspicion.
Yes.
I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
He could be.
I beg your pardon? If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
Oh dear, have I offended you?
Yes, you offended
Once again,
Alphinaud.
I must apologise. Too much time in the Far East, you see. One is compelled to talk in circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Ul'dah markets. Though I see now that this was neither the time nor the place to indulge said longing. Might I suggest that we continue this conversation at the company offices? Too many eyes and ears here, you understand. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to say any more.
If I may favour you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain. You understand that you are come to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port. Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government.
Yep.
Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with whom you have such a difficult relationship.
To paraphrase, Kugani is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Yep.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
Yeah, let's go. I'm not gonna argue. All right. Heck yeah, let's go. Everyone! Da-da-da-dum. Still level 60. My goodness. Oh, excuse me. Da-da-da-dum. So most of this one is just gonna be, you know, kind of exploring Kugane. There's a lot of people that love to just spend time here, but also go to Eureka as well. We have arrived at the largest shopping district in Kugane. Kugane, as you are doubtless unaware, is an ancient Hingan word for gold. So, in the prosperous port where golden fortunes are made, lesser fortunes, or kogane, are earned by the local merchants. It's all quite logical once you learn the language. Now you're beginning to speak my language. Oh dear Tataru. Oh, a kindred spirit. What a pleasure it is to meet a young lady who appreciates the value of hard-won coin. They're gonna be the best of friends. Hancock of the East Eldernard Trading Company. Oh, why did my voice just kind of trail off like that? You are with clients today? Why, if it isn't Master Keaton. Pray allow me to introduce you to my esteemed guests, but recently come from distant Eorzea. This kind and generous soul supervises all transactions here in Kogane Dori. Your sincerity is ever appreciated. As he says, I am Keaton of the Hakuchi clan, and it is my honor to serve as overseer of these markets. As we receive many foreign visitors in Kugane, we accept all manner of currencies. Rest assured, your Eurasian Guild are welcome here. I invite you to peruse our wares at your leisure. Arms, armor, foodstuff, potables. Here we will find all manner and more. Lego. Steam. If we may pause here for a moment. This road leads to the Ijin Gai, the district in which Ijin, or foreigners, are permitted to reside. Would this also be where the foreign embassies are found, including that of a certain empire? Precisely. So, you see, it would not be at all unusual to cross paths with one of the Garlean cousins here. With this in mind, I would encourage you to choose your words carefully. We would not want any physical altercations, after all, such spats being strictly forbidden. The Sekise Gumi punish breaches of the peace quite severely. I have seen foreigners permanently exiled for a single violation, though to be fair, this is not common. More often than not, they are executed on the spot. What? Cut down then and there? You're joking, right? Would that I were, but alas, these samurai are a humorless lot. Why, I recall one instance where a foreign merchant in his cups dared lay hands upon a Higan aristocrat in front of the Sekisegumi. The samurai cut him in half with a single stroke. Ugh, I don't even want to think about that. So, as you see, it would behoove you to behave. Failing that, we may be forced to part ways with one another, or you with yourselves, in the manner of the late Teleji Adeleji. Yes, Teleji. Oh, how I amused myself. We must carry on. I have yet to show you the Garlean consulate. Lol. Do I have an umbrella? Oh, I don't. I have nothing. Festus. This is the gate. Ba-da-da-dum. Follow Hancock. Brass blade. Whew. At long last, we arrive at our destination. May I present to you our humble offices? We have much to discuss, so I will refrain from further prattle. Come, right this way. I've done this to myself, reading the dialogue. I don't mind it, but my brain just like reads it faster than what actually comes out of my mouth.
Our thaumaturges took great pains to ward these walls against all manner of surveillance. Where business dealings are concerned, we do not compromise on confidentiality. You may avail yourselves of these offices for the duration of your visit. Come and go as you like, and know that you may speak freely here.
Your offer is most generous, but I will not enter into any agreement which would leave us beholden to you or your master.
A legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify then. The chairman bids you consider this as an expression of his heartfelt contrition for the bloody banquet and the unpleasantness which followed. Never having been one to put stock in words alone, the chairman deems the provision of material aid to be a more appropriate demonstration of his sincerity. By sheer coincidence, your purpose here also happens to coincide with our own interests. That is, assuming you are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front.
Yes.
How could... I will not bother to offer a denial. You have the right of it. To be specific, we are come in search of our Far Eastern allies, Yugiri and Gosetsu, whom we hope to assist in their fight.
The Auri Shinobi and the Rugadan Samurai? Then you will be pleased to know that they have both come to Kugani.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Quite. They came here aboard a company vessel, you see. However, they encountered difficulties securing passage across the Ruby Sea.
The Ruby Sea? Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Forgive me. This calls for a map.
Alright, cool. We're looking at a map.
We are here in Kugani, the sole open port of Hingashi, situated on her western coast. Doma, meanwhile, is here on the eastern coast of Othard in Yansha. Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma, they must first cross the Ruby Sea. Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely the Confederacy.
Gosh darn Confederates.
Said maritime collective is known for the consummate skill of its sailors, and for demanding that any vessel entering its waters pay a toll referred to as the Ruby Tithe. In exchange, the Confederacy's vast fleet guarantees the safety of those who travel within its territory. Now, as I'm sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling the Ruby Sea, and thus did they turn a blind eye to the activities of the Confederacy. The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma had other ideas, however. She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the Empire. Bowing to this pressure, Hingashi severed ties with these toll-takers and forbade the payment of the Ruby Tithe, prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea would do so at their peril.
All right.
No wonder they struggled to secure passage to Doma. What captain would risk such a journey given the circumstances?
I'm told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's footsteps and attempt to secure passage to Doma for ourselves. We will need to cross the sea in any case, and we may learn something of their whereabouts in the process. And should we find that they are still in Kugane, we can make the journey together.
In that case, I have some information which may be of use to you. No quid pro quo, I assure you. The The chairman was most insistent that I aid you to the best of my ability.
uh... Yep.
Oh boy!
It would seem inefficient for us all to venture out together in search of information on Yugiri or Gozetsu's whereabouts. Agreed? Agreed. We need to cast our net wider, splitting up and pursuing all available avenues of inquiry, but if we are to coordinate our efforts effectively, we'll need to establish a working base of operations here. Indeed, Totaro would seem best suited in the task of organizing our supplies and procuring new ones. While she attends to that, we four can begin our search by questioning the individuals Hancock identified. Alize and I will take those in the southern district of the city, and the two of you can take those in the north. In anticipation of such an eventuality, I took the liberty of preparing some few sketches of Yugiri and Gozetsu during our voyage. Wow, Y'shtola warned me that you were a bit of an artist, but these are great. They'll definitely come in handy. Looks like it's you and me, Neve. Let's step outside and talk. Where to start? Bum, ba, 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 bum. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Interesting. Ow! Can you not? Where is it? There we go. Invalid target. There we go. Da 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 da. Oh, that's just the. Okay. I'm just gonna use these. It's a lot faster. Hello. You seek this Aura and Rugadine, do you? 1,000 apologies, but I cannot help you. It is against our policies to divulge information regarding patrons past or present. Please, we came all this way from Eorzea to find our friends. We have our reputation to consider, miss. Men and women from all walks of life come here in search of rejuvenation, body and soul. They seek privacy and discretion, and we have ever honored their wishes. Only the Sekigumi may demand otherwise. I am sorry, but there is naught I can do. I suppose we'll just have to ask someone else then. What about that woman who runs the hostelry? Kotokaze, was it? Ah, fine. Some of you are probably like, but when did you actually activate all these? Shh. Don't worry about it. Ba-da-da-da-dun. An Ori shinobi and a Rodigan samurai, if I may. I would answer your question with some few of mine own. If I speak of that which you know, Ijin, be not offended. You are familiar with the situation in the lands across the Ruby Sea. Doomed rebellion after 2.5 decades of quiet. I see. And you are familiar with the ways of the Higashi? How we elect to stand apart and support no cause but our own? Indifferent and callous, some may call us, but pragmatism is essential if a humble island nation such as ours is to survive. But we are not fools. Complete isolation is impractical, and so Kugane is open to Ijin, and we are equally hospitable to all. Or if I may speak more plainly, yes, I can help you, but if I do, I must also oblige the ones who ask after you. Are you willing to accept this fair and equitable treatment? If anyone comes looking for us, tell them whatever you like. As you wish. The 2 individuals of whom you speak did indeed come here. They sought passage across the Ruby Sea. Few ships are willing to make the trip at the moment. Nevertheless, I made several introductions on their behalf. That was the extent of our interaction. I will provide you with the names of the captains if you like. You've been... Ooh, goodness. You've been a great help, Miss Kotokaze. I will be sure to come back for that wine sometime. We would welcome your custom, miss. We should question these captains as soon as we can. You take the first 3, I'll take the rest. We'll meet here when we've finished, alright? I'm going to actually take these. Oh, excuse me. There is no need. Okay. Ba-na-na. All this is just the hunt stuff. Alright. There should be 1 or 2 more. And then I will actually grab the, the hunt papers. Yes, and then this should be the final one, because I'm not far enough into the story to get the actual final one. Yes, come on, let's go. Now, if you're below, like, level 70, you'll get them they'll drip feed these to you as you level up. So, but they'll give you, oh, wow, I'm getting this one already? Huh. Usually you have to be at least at the final area of the game, not a game, but the expansion for them to give you, these ones. Heck yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna accept them. So if I... Alright, cool. They should be over there. Let's actually just go out. Let's end it on the bridge, and then we'll talk to the captains in the next episode. Alright, my lovelies, I'm gonna end this episode here. Like, comment, subscribe if you so choose to, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!